Welcome back. For close to 2 decades, Dr. Stanley Kamau has been at the forefront fighting Jigger infestation across the country. Through his Hadi Kenya Trust organization, Jigger eradication campaign carried out in affected areas countrywide has benefited millions of people, transforming their lives. And as John Kahiro reports, the organization has launched Kenya's first Jigger museum in Mukuyu area of Murang'a County to preserve his legacy of transformation and enlighten the current and future generations.
This is now the story. Just to welcome you, the history, the interventions, all those other.
Dr. Stanley's passion to eradicate jiggers sprang from a personal encounter.
It was many years when I was in primary school, I was jigger infested. Yeah, and basically, from the year when I went back to the year 2007, I found that people are still infested with jiggers.
That lived yet painful experience marked the start of a mission.
Now, where I started this is because I realized that some of the children were not going to school. And in 2007, when I visited some homes, I realized even those adults, some of them who could have voted, were not able to vote because of their toes. You have seen how the images are. Some of their hands are disfigured. Even walking to a polling station is a problem. And I realized that even those adults, they're not going to their farms. They're not able to attend to their farms. So even their civic rights were being denied because of this small free.
In the year 2007, from Mukuyu in Murang'a to a countrywide campaign in Jigger-infested areas came at a time the number of those affected was estimated at 2.4 million people.
People thought that it was an embarrassment to talk about jiggers. The political class thought that I'm trying to downplay their work. Finances was a problem because even sometimes we would actually write to a corporate and then a politician would go to that corporate and tell them not to give us the resources.
Jigger infestation has serious debilitating effects.
One cannot walk freely while experiencing pain, and also the affected people can get deformed toes or nails in severe cases.
From there, communities were mobilized, homes fumigated and the jiggers removed, enabling children to go back to schools and the adults to resume their nation-building activities.
What is very emotive is when I see the people who had suffered like this, or who had that kind of suffering, when I see them going back to school, when I see them doing weddings, that's a bit emotional for me. I feel that we did what we meant to have done. So what I want to tell you is that after I moved from Murang'a, we went to several other counties. And every county I went, I came back home with a few jiggers lapped on a paper.
What for?
I had an idea that one day I'll put them in the archives. I had an idea that jiggers will one day be a thing of the past.
Today, that chapter of struggle, pain and healing has been preserved, not as a reminder of a disease, but a record of transformation.
When I did my last baseline survey about a few months ago, I realized that we have less than 300,000 people who are Jigger infested. So I calculated and saw that we have done over 90% success story. And because jiggers will one day end, I decided that my children and my great-grandchildren and other Kenyans who've been asking questions about jiggers, where do they thrive, how do they look like, who do they attack, I thought it's important to start this archive so that even in the next 100 years, those people who will come to study about jiggers, they can actually come here and do it.
Inside the Jigger Museum and Archive Center are photographs, treatment tools, testimonies and the records of a crisis once hidden in silence.
Like now, if you tell your children that they can walk barefoot, they will not understand because the floors were not cemented. You can see how they smeared the cow dung in the houses to prevent jiggers. So these are the things that I needed to put in here so that people can know that jiggers thrived in mud houses. We collected a lot of jiggers from so many counties. So here we have the jiggers that we have removed from people's legs. These ones.
He envisions to expand the archive into a research center, ensuring the struggle is never forgotten and never repeated.
From the 2.3 million Kenyans, now we are less than 300,000 people who are now infested in Kenya. And personally, I've been able to clean and wash over 3,000 people, personally, since we started. The future of a hard Kenya will be now more of prevention and control. Because I don't want to start now doing again the interventions. I don't want to remove jiggers from their feet and from their hands. I want to start programs that can now, as you know, Jigger is an indicator of poverty. I want to do programs that now can be able to eradicate poverty.
But even with these successes, Dr. Stanley Kamau says the journey towards restoring hope to the vulnerable is far from over.
It's important that when we see anything that's ailing our society, it doesn't matter whether you are alone. It takes sacrifice, a lot, and then you have to be consistency. Don't start something today. And again, don't do something so that you can benefit. Don't do something so that you can be elected to become a politician. Just do because you want to do it and do for the sake of the community.
I'd urge communities to improve on their hygienic standards, thus helping in fighting the Jigger infestation menace.
John Kahiro for Sunday Express.
Fumigation.